How you doing? Good afternoon. I will wait for some people on the feed to log in so I can read you the information that we got from intel from Chiapas and Tapachula. Good afternoon to everyone in America, in the United States. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Good afternoon to everyone in America, in the United States of America, and good afternoon to everyone in our country of Mexico. I'm Oscar Blue Ramirez, stationed right here at Tijuana, Baja California. We had this last minute information of what is going on in the case of migrants coming in from the south in the port of entry of Chiapas through the Suchiate one bridge, entering violently through Ciudad Hidalgo, that is the port of entry to the country of Mexico. We have a contact, and we have several contacts in Chiapas that give us information, and all of these contacts are, their credibility is really believable, and it's extremely warning what's going on over there in the south door of Chiapas. These are a couple of journalists that we've been talking to for more than 8 months. More than 8 months we've been having contact with them, and this is the information. I will read it for you in Spanish, and then after that we will translate in English. Una nueva oleada de migrantes de África, Asia y Haití. A new wave of migrants from Africa, Asia, and Haiti. Han ingresado derribando vallas metálicas a la estación migratoria. They have been entering, damaging the entrance of metal bays, and damaging the entrance and damaging the door of Ciudad Hidalgo, and damaging a la estación migratoria del siglo XXI para entregarse o iniciar su proceso migratorio. They are damaging the entrance of Siglo XXI, the station that mostly people know of in Ciudad Hidalgo, to enter for their process of migration and to obtain the visa of transit. Los migrantes extracontinentales derribaron las vallas metálicas a su paso. The migrants from the other continent, they damaged the entrance as they were coming in. Y llegaron hasta el portón principal donde fueron contenidos por la Policía Federal. And they arrived to the front door where they were stopped by the federal agents and by officers of immigration. Entre gritos, empujones y jalones, los migrantes de África le exigían a la migración mexicana que los ingrese a la estación migratoria. Between yelling, pushing, and shoving, the migrants from Africa, they were demanding to the Mexican immigration that they were let in to the station of the International Immigration of Mexico. En el intento de ingresar, algunos migrantes resultaron con golpes y raspones. On their intent to cross in, shoving and hurting people, a lot of immigrants, they resulted with bruises, and some of them got hit. Sin que exista atención médica para su curación. All these migrants that they got hurt, they're not getting medical assistance. Más de una decena de migrantes que se encuentran afuera del portón principal, más de 100 migrantes que se encuentran afuera del portón principal, se han tirado de las manos, se ha tirado de las manos, formando una valla para evitar ser retirados. They are making a human wall, more than 100 migrants outside of the immigration station of siglo XXI, so they won't be returned back to Guatemala. Que insisten en organizar el ingreso de forma ordenada dos agentes insisten que ingresen de forma ordenada y tomar sus datos a través del preregistro para cada país. All this containment that is going on in the south door of Chiapas is because the Institutional National of Immigration, it's been containing them and it's been telling them that the only way that they're going to come in is the documented way, orderly, and they have to register. These Africans and these people from Asia, they don't want to register and they don't want to come in documented. They are rushing our border. Al exterior de la estación migratoria se mantienen cerca de 1,000 migrantes de 10 nacionalidades. Wow. On the outside of the migrant station, more than 1,000 migrants from 10 nationalities are awaiting to be attended by the Institutional National of Immigration. Los agentes de migración intentan replegar el numeroso grupo de migrantes. The Institutional National of Immigration is trying to content and is trying to keep order for all these 10 nationalities that they want to come through the south door. Minutos más tarde, un grupo de haitianos y de la India ha empezado a replegarse para que las autoridades mexicanas puedan atenderlos. Minutes later, a large group of Haitians and from the India, they started to replay and they started to defend themselves against the Mexican authorities to not be returned back to Guatemala. Hope that I translated in the best case scenario. And also he added that there is a speculation of one case of Ebola. One case of Ebola. There's a speculation of one case. It's not been confirmed yet, but it's a speculation of one case, one person with Ebola. With Ebola, one case. There's speculation. It's a speculation. He hasn't confirmed that. But there's a speculation of one person that has Ebola. People I want to address the American public right now. As we've been broadcasting for 8 months, we've been trying to do the best work that we can regarding saying the truth and the reality of what's going on. And I remember the first caravan coming into our country, it was just Central America. It was just Central America. There were only 3 countries that they were running away from poverty. They were running away from violence and delinquency. After we encountered these statistics of violence and delinquency of these 3 countries, they're not even on the top 10 or top 15 of violence and delinquency in the world. Now, we're getting people from Africa, Europe, Asia, and people from Arab countries, Arab cities, from all over the world. We have people from all over the world. This people is not a migration for poverty, is not a migration for delinquency, is not a migration for violence, and it's not a migration from running away from violence and delinquency and from poverty. No, it's not. The reality is that Mexico is being used as a hotel right now. And as you see, there are more than 1,000 migrants from Africa. And between them, there's people from 10 nationalities waiting to get in. More than 10 nationalities waiting to get in into our south door so we can let them in into our country of Mexico, use our country as a hotel. They are going to get medical care and all the necessities that they need for them to move all the way up to the north. It is an invasion, people. People right now in Chiapas, they're calling it a crisis, a migrant crisis in our south door in Chiapas. It's not only people from Central America, it's people from Africa and for more than 10 nationalities. People from India now they're coming. People from India, they're coming in through a south door. Imagine that. Imagine that. We are having a crisis right now in the south door of Chiapas. And we need to close our door in Chiapas. We need to close our door in Chiapas as an emergency. Our president is not, if you guys are asking me this question, and if you guys are addressing this comment about why is your president still, I understand your frustration, but understand that me constantly saying to you guys, our president is not going to change his mind. Our president is a socialist president. Our president re-signed the pact of immigration for 154 countries. A pact that it was already signed for Hillary to come into the administration and signed it. God, President Trump didn't sign it. So he's the only savior for the whole continent of America. So people, if nothing is done in this next caravan that is moving up to the north, to the United States, they're going to come in more mass numbers, in more quantities, and more nationalities. There's 154 countries. There's only 10 nationalities awaiting in the south door of Chiapas. There's more to come. And there's a speculation of one case of Ebola. There's a speculation. People in Chiapas are afraid to go out to work. And people in Chiapas are afraid to go out and do the normal lives. We have a humongous problem over here in our country. And this is moving up to the north. Hopefully this information will get to somebody and they will realize that Mexico is lying. Our president is lying and has been lying to us. And hopefully the president of the United States can understand that the year that he gave Mexico to contain this immigration and to control this immigration problem that is coming from the south, 1 year is too much, Mr. President Trump. 1 year is a lot. 1 year is too much. You need to change your mind. You need to change it to tomorrow, to right now, to yesterday, to 30 days ago. You need to change it and send your National Guard to the border and reinforce the Border Patrol and reinforce the United States Customs and reinforce the American people and reinforce everyone. The Border Patrol is getting overwhelmed. Last night, again, they're breaching every part. They can't do anything. It's taking them hours of paperwork to process everybody. It's getting them 1 hour to get to point A to point B. They're not sleeping. They're afraid for their lives to get some kind of a disease. They're tired. They're exhausted. They don't know where to start and where to end. And a lot of them are crooked. A lot of them are good border patrol, but a lot of them are not. There needs to be order now. And the United States needs to do something. The greatest country that exists in the world needs to do something to protect their sovereignty, to protect their south door, to protect their borders. Because this caravan, if it penetrates, this caravan of Africans, if it penetrates to the United States, it's done, people. They're going to come. And there's more to come. And they're going to keep coming. Like it happened more than 6 months ago when I started talking to Anthony. And I said to him one day, brother, from Tijuana, they're moving to El Paso because El Paso is wide open. From Tijuana, they're moving to Arizona because in Arizona, there's no wall. From Tijuana, they're moving to New Mexico because New Mexico only has a barbed wire as a wall. And look what happened. The largest state that is damaged right now is Arizona, where more than 115,000 cross illegally to their country. Next is Tijuana, where more than 105,000. Next is El Paso, where more than 101,000. And next is New Mexico, where more than 98,000. They're coming. We need to do something about it. And you need to call your authorities. Africa's coming now. Asia is coming. Central America, we already have it on our front door. It's already on our back door, Central America. That is actually right there. But we did not realize that this mass amount of Africans, and not only that, all the islands from Haiti, from Cuba, and from Republic and Dominican, they are coming too. All of them. We need to protect not only the sovereignty of my country, Mexico, but the United States needs to protect the sovereignty of their own country. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. This capsule was, this information was given by ATN Noticias, by our contact in Chiapas. This information is from our contact in Chiapas. And I'm mentioning him right here as he is my friend and my contact in that city that is getting affected 100, 1,000, 1,000,000%. Have a great day. We will see each other probably at Super Chat later on this afternoon to have an interview with him and to hear him talk and to hear him how is it affecting his city if he has time and if he wants to go out and do an interview, because it's really dangerous. Have a great day. Stay safe. Peace and love, everybody. And always your country first.